holds this object set. Why is this important? Well, because object sets have a property called count, returning how many objects the given set consists of. This will return 1 if we have 1 object in the set, or 5 if we had 5 objects in the set, or 0 if there was nothing in the set. If we have no object selected, $sign would be undefined, while selection would be just an empty object set. Let's try that. I have nothing selected now. I deselected everything. Now the value of the $sign variable is undefined. There is nothing in it, while the value of the selection variable is still this selection object set. It's just empty. So if we try the count property, selection.count, now I have nothing selected, it returns 0 as that object set is empty. I selected the plane now. I will reevaluate the selection.count line. It returns 1 as it has 1 object selected, and I'll select all the objects here, run this line again, and it returns 52 since I have 52 objects selected now. So again, selection is consistent in its object type, and it has this neat little property returning how many objects we have selected, while $sign is not consistent in what it actually has in it, and it doesn't have this property. So a logical step would be for us to use the selection.count property to tell how many objects we have in the scene selected, since as we originally planned, we only want to run the script if we have one single object in the current selection. So how would our conditional statement look like? Basically what we want is to have condition like this: selection.count equals to 1. If I just say it like this wouldn't really work, because this would try to assign the value of 1 to the selection.count variable. That's not how a conditional statement is built. You have to have a double equal sign equals 1. This actually checks whether the two sides of this operator are equal or not. Let's try it quickly, and I'll explain it a little bit more later. I run it and it says false. It actually returned a Boolean value. Let's try it with only one single object selected, the plane for example, and now it returns true. There are certain type of comparator operators that result in Boolean values. These are smaller than, bigger than, equals, or not equals. So if we have A smaller than B, that will result in true if the value of A is smaller than the value of B. Then A bigger than B results in true if the value of A is bigger than the value of B, logically. Now A equals B, that's two equal signs there, results in true if the value of A is equal to the value of B, and A exclamation mark equals B, that basically means A doesn't equal B, that will result in true if the value of A is not equal to the value of B. So again, the reason we needed double equals for this equation check is that because the single equal sign is already taken, it's the value assignment operator. If we said A equals B, that would just take the value in B and put it into A instead of comparing them. So selection.count equals 1 will return true if the count of the currently selected objects is 1. So let's add this conditional statement to our script. Our script looks something like this. We have the function definition, then we have the code that calls that function for each of the vertices, right? Now, we just basically want to skip these lines here in case the count of the selected objects is not 1. So I'll put the conditional statement here if selection.count equals